for battle of NFC teams battling for playoff spot. Cowboys at the Bears on Monday Night Football.
Stand by, all cameras. Spin, rotate.
Good evening and welcome to NFL Monday Night Football.
It goes to Homer Jones. All the way.
It's an amazing event. It makes rock concerts look like tea parties.
What a show this man has put on tonight.
Ignition, we have liftoff.
William Perry fights the football.
Down this wall.
And nobody catches Bo.
Monday Night Football became a national phenomenon.
Are you ready for some football?
He's got it.
He did it. Lord, you can take me now. I've seen it all.
How crazy is this?
The Saints back in New Orleans, back in the Superdome.
Yes, we can.
Megatron into the record books. I love pro football. Every year you discover a new star. Seahawks win the most bizarre finish you'll ever see.
What a football game this turned out to be.
The Monday Night Football launch engineered by GMC Sierra. Frigid December night on the shores of Lake Michigan. Soldier Field, Chicago. Big-time playoff implications tonight as Brandon Marshall and the 6-6 Chicago Bears welcome Tony Romo and the 7-5 Dallas Cowboys. Yesterday's Philadelphia win in the snow over Detroit impacting both teams. A half game off the lead, both Philadelphia and Chicago. Tonight's winner is tied for first in their division with 3 games to go. Good evening and welcome to frigid cold Chicago. Mike Tirico, John Gruden, Lisa Salter is going to join us here in a little bit. The temperature's around 15. It feels below 0. The wind is biting. It's cold in Chicago in December. No kidding. How and who will it impact on the field tonight, John?
Well, the first thing we have to do is stay on top of this wind because the wind can impact the strategy of this game more than anything. The cold weather will affect every one of these players tonight, but I think it'll affect the specialists the most, the punters, the kickers, and the return men. But cold weather, that's just another form of adversity, Mike.
Yeah.
And some people deal with it better than others.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the Cowboys. You know, the last time we saw them was on Thanksgiving. They beat the Raiders, and it continues a good stretch. Tony Romo was terrific in November, but here we are, John. He has them in position again, heading down to the final quarter of the season.
Yeah, I think Tony Romo is carrying the Dallas Cowboys. All you have to do is watch the last 3 games. Twice he's brought them back to win in the closing seconds. On Thanksgiving Day, they're down by 14 at the half to the Raiders. He brings them back to win that game. But the Dallas Cowboy defense is a shell of Cowboy defenses of years past. If the Cowboys go anywhere in December, Tony Romo is going to need a month to remember.
Very good. I like that. Proud of you. Game time temperature is 12 degrees, tying the record, or that's the record, I should say, for the coldest regular season game in Cowboys history. Of course, Dallas famously played in the NFL's iconic cold weather game, the '67 championship game at Green Bay. The Packers won the Ice Bowl. The wind chill that day was somewhere around 45 below. It's not that cold tonight, but a factor for both teams and for Lisa Salters on the sideline.
Hey, Mike, well, the Bears don't think that the weather conditions tonight will have any effect on them at all. It brings them together, playing in the grit and cold. It's part of the Bears' mystique, according to Matt Forte. And check out Forte, taking the mental toughness to another level, not wearing any sleeves. As a running back, he said, you got to be like the linemen. You can't wear any sleeves out there. As for the Cowboys, look for most of them to be dressed accordingly. Equipment director Mike McCord told me the Cowboys packed an extra 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of cold weather equipment and gear for this game. Extreme weather thermals that are thicker and heavier, all kinds of gloves for players and the staff, and even snow boots for coaches to wear on the sidelines because, according to McCord, anything below 30 degrees is a national crisis in Dallas. But seriously, McCord says there's a balance you have to strike between keeping players warm and keeping them athletic. You can only layer them up so much. You don't want the cold to be an intimidating factor, he said, but at some point, mind over matter has got to kick in. And Mike, it has not kicked in for me yet.
And I don't blame you, Lisa. I was down on the field. We were here for a game, as you see, Dwayne Harris, who had a hamstring injury, inactive on Thanksgiving, tested that hamstring before the game, can go, and he's a terrific kickoff man. We were here for a game about 5 years ago where the air temperature was colder, but the wind is more biting. This is about as cold as I've been at a football game in years. Toss won by the Bears. Defer the option to the second half. The ball belongs to Dallas. Off we go on this cold night from Chicago. And it is a return across the 20 and out to the 25-yard line by Harris, taken down by the Bears' Shark McManus. So here comes Tony Romo, and here is December. You've heard about the struggles for Romo, and John pointed it out at the beginning. He's been very good, needing to score points with an offense that has some diversity to it. And DeMarco Murray, with about 700 rushing yards, there for the run. The question is, this team that throws it so much, will they be able to throw it effectively in these tough conditions tonight? Drive start from the 25, and there's a run, and there's Murray to the 44-yard line. So they open with a big gain of 19.
They run right off that right side. It's going to be a midline zone. Watch everybody step with their outside foot, and the Chicago Bears continue to get gashed. That's the 58th run this year that's gone for over 10 yards. Inexcusable.
Murray should feel good about his opportunities tonight. He's had a good year, and this Bears team, as you said, the worst run defense to this point in the NFL. So Murray will try the left side this time, and he'll get to the 49-yard line. Gain of about 5. John, what about this Dallas offense?
I think the offensive line is much improved. Tyron Smith, their left tackle, has played like a Pro Bowler, and rookie Travis Frederick has been a real deal at center. They have an extensive no-back attack. That's where Tony Romo is most comfortable. And their run-pass ratio, 35% run. They're already 2 runs and no passes. Jason Garrett's looking to change that.
Bad Bears run defense, and they have a fullback now, Tyler Klutz, former Bear, who they signed just this week. Leads Murray's way to the left into Chicago territory. Murray a first down at the Bears 45. And man, this rush defense better get their act together quickly.
Well, they're very inexperienced at linebacker. Jonathan Bostic, Green, they're both rookies. They have been a poor tackling defense. That's uncharacteristic of the Chicago Bears, and you just said it, the 32nd ranked rush defense. They hope that Jeremiah Ratliff, the ex-Jay Ratliff of the Cowboys, can solidify things inside. He's just in his second game with the Bears.
The 44, it is again Murray, and it's again a good game. Down to the 38-yard line. John, they're just running at will here on the Bears. No resistance to start.
Mackenzie Bernardo at right guard, Doug Free at right tackle, and guess what? The Dallas Cowboys are using a fullback. That's Tyler Klutz. The Cowboys are showing the commitment to run the ball tonight. They also have some different components with Tyler Klutz at fullback. This looks like the old-fashioned Cowboys with Emmitt Smith.
Runs of 19, 5, 7, and 6. And now Romo play pass. First one of the night. Everything's covered. Romo kept the play alive and fires it to the sideline where Miles Austin couldn't pull it in. It's incomplete.
Boy, this Tony Romo, some of the best things he does is make a great play out of a bad play. That time it's a play action pass off of their zone running game. He didn't like what he saw. And on the scramble drill, the Bears did a nice job plastering to their man, setting up a 3rd down and 4.
Louisiana Baylor, Terrence Williams in. As Dallas will go 1 back, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. One more time, over the middle, Murray going to get past the linebacker James Anderson and keep this Dallas drive alive to the 32-yard line.
That's a great job by this offensive line, Mike. The Bears show a double A gap blitz. They bail, but they have Julius Peppers on one side, Jeremiah Ratliff on the other. There is no pressure whatsoever, and Romo has all day to get to the check down, and Murray knows just where the stakes are. Murray's a good back. He can run it, he can catch it, The only question is, can he stay healthy?
Great opening drive here for the Cowboys. They'll pull it out to Austin. Miles Austin gets to the 27-yard line. Zachary Bowman with a tackle. Bowman there as Charles Tillman remains out, missing his fourth game on the injured reserve with a triceps injury.
I like what Tony Romo did that time. He saw the 8-man front. He knew they were outnumbered in the running game, and he threw the ball outside with a built-in adjustment. Man, do they miss Charles Tillman, his ability to create turnovers.
Tina Tillman punches the ball out like nobody else with that unique style. Wrap a guy out, punch the ball out. Murray left. Got a bit of a block, but only 2 yards. Thought he was going to be able to use Mackenzie Bernardo's block a bit more, but he couldn't. So it's off to a good start for Murray with the ground game. And that's part of the story that the Bears fans have seen. That Monday night we were up in Green Bay, Rodgers got hurt. Lacey ran for 150. Started a trend. Reggie Bush, 105 the next week. Continue with Ray Rice here, 131 in that overtime game. Benny Cunningham, St. Louis ran for 109. And then the week after that, last week, 211 for Adrian Peterson. If they give up a 100-yard rusher tonight, it's an NFL record, 100-yard rusher against your team in 6 straight games. Pass situation here, 3rd and 3. Play 9 of the drive, and Romo with time. Great grab by Beasley. Cole Beasley lined up almost in the backfield, and John, he gets the Cowboys into the red zone at the 15.
They've been running this play in Dallas since you got into this business as a broadcaster, Mike. A little swipe route to Cole Beasley. He doesn't make a lot of catches, but the catches he makes keep drives alive. Excellent job going up and getting it. That's a tough job as a third receiver to take that cape off, go in there and make a play on 3rd down. It's cold down there.
That's the point you made at the beginning. Those are hard jobs, those role players here tonight. At the 14, Murray left, gets around Patrick at the 10, at the 5. Murray working towards the goal line. And he's out of bounds, but it looks like it's a 1st down for Dallas. 1st and goal for the Cowboys.
This Bear defense has to get off blocks. They have to set the edge, get off blocks, and make a tackle. These run fits are not coordinated properly, and Des Bryant does an excellent job on the perimeter, sustaining his block against Tim Jennings, setting up a 1st and goal. In 78, Jeremy Parnell is checked in as an eligible tight end. Last week they had 3 walk-in rushing touchdowns against the Raiders.
James Hanna's the tight end on the left. Klutz is the fullback. And Romo will roll it and throw it away. Good job. He saw that Whitten was covered. He just trashed it in the back of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, that's the one thing Tony Romo has done better this year than previous seasons is take care of the football. He only has 7 interceptions, just 1 lost fumble. He had 22 turnovers last year as the quarterback of the Cowboys, just 8 this year, and that turnover ratio has a lot to do with the Cowboys being in playoff contention.
They ran it easily all the way down the field. Will they be able to punch it in from 2? Going to throw for a 2nd time. And the back shoulder throw is a touchdown for Des Bryant. Number 10 on the season for number 88.
That's what a good team does. They come on the road, they take the opening kickoff, and they drive it down the field, running and passing. You can see this coming from Lake Erie, Mike. Just a check with me by Tony Romo. They load the box, they give him one-on-one coverage, and the great Des Bryant gets position on the undersized Jennings for another touchdown. Great drive by the Cowboys.
That's half a foot difference. Des Bryant just over 6'2". Tim Jennings listed at 5'8". Extra point. Those handling situations with the snaps are going to be tough. Dan Bailey knocks it through. What an opening statement for the Cowboys, up 7-0.
Is brought to you by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL. Verizon, never be without football with NFL Mobile. Toyota Care, scheduled maintenance, no cost. And NFLshop.com. Find the perfect holiday gift at the official store of the NFL.
Get a look at a Lakeshore Drive, the traffic building there outside of Soldier Field, and our aerial coverage on this cold Monday night is brought to you by DirecTV. What a drive. 12 plays, 75 yards, And now Chicago will get their hands on the ball. And Devin Hester, and as you know, with the Bears, we watch this, see if Hester can get that one more return to break the tie with Deion Sanders and set the record for the most returns for touchdown in NFL history. Sitting on 19. Going to take this one 4 yards deep. Fans rise at Soldier Field as Hester tries to get to the corner, and he's brought down at the 22-yard line. The safety Barry Church with good coverage. Jay Cutler still hurt, so Josh McCown going to bring the Bears on the field and try to answer that led by Murray drive that ended with a Des Bryant touchdown. You're packed in here at Soldier Field despite the temperature in the low teens. So the continued ankle injury for Jay Cutler out for his 5th game, and Josh McCown gets his 5th start. The veteran, age 34, who's done a nice job moving this offense through the air. And ripping again out of the gate. That's caught by the former Cowboy, Martellus Bennett, who fights for the first down past the 32-yard line. Now let's talk about this Chicago offense.
They've got some explosive playmakers. We know about Brandon Marshall. Keep an eye on Alshon Jeffrey, well over 1,000 yards already. And do not underestimate Josh McCown. He's a 65% passer, a very good deep ball passer, and he knows what he's doing. But it's this offensive line that makes things happen. They've got 2 new veterans on the left side, 2 rookies on the right side, and Roberto Garza runs the show at center.
Officially from the 33, it's another play-action pass. This time it will be thrown to Forte, and that pass incomplete.
That's a play McCown needs to make right there, Mike. Step up in the pocket, reset, and get to the check down. This Cowboy defense has a cast of unknowns. It's good to see DeMarcus Ware at full strength and Sean Lee back at middle linebacker. It's the effort and the individual determination that Rod Marinelli, the ex-Bears defensive coordinator, brings to Dallas. And don't forget, they survive on takeaways. And Sean Lee has 4 interceptions. I believe he had 4 last year. He's a very good ball-hawking linebacker. They've taken it away 25 times this year.
After the incompletion, they'll put it in the hands of Forte to run, and there is Ware, who has been hampered by injury. The injured quad, week 6 against Washington. Missed the first 3 games of his career, but as you said, John, starting to play like DeMarcus Ware, we know.
He does a lot more than rush a passer. Here he is on the backside. He gets rid of Martellus Bennett, his ex-teammate. He brings down Forte for nothing. DeMarcus Ware's factor grade off the charts for the last several years.
And those are the things you do beyond getting sacks, the simple stat. It's of all the small things that players do. As the coaches grade their film, the guy turns out to be one of the best in addition to the sack number. Forte picked up the pressure, gave McCown a minute, and he fires complete to Alshon Jeffrey. First down. It's a great throw, it's a great catch, but Forte gave him a chance to do both.
It was a nice job by McCown in the pocket. Here's Forte, an excellent blitz pickup against Selby. And McCown keeps his eyes downfield and throws a strike to a big receiver. Look at this wingspan, Mike. I tell you, Jeffries can go get the ball away from his body. Unlike most young receivers, he's got a huge catch radius.
Special. That's the word used by everyone up at Hallis Hall where the Bears train. When you ask them about Jeffrey, who has over 1,100 receiving yards this year. McCown right back to Bennett. Got a first down catch for Martellus Bennett to the 45-yard line. Gain of 7.
Let me show you what Forte did last week against the Vikings. This doesn't show up on the stat sheet. How about that pickup in the A-gap? I mean, that's as flush as it gets. Here he is going across the formation. Pow! If you're a running back coach, you're sitting at home going, send me this reel. These are clinics on how to pick up the blitz. This kid Forte can catch it. He can run it. He might be the best blitz pickup back in football.
Second and 3. We'll draw him to the left. And Forte will get the first down as Sean Lee rides him to the ground at the 38-yard line.
It's a nice call by Aaron Kromer, the offensive coordinator of the Bears. You have to slow down Ware in this pass rush. Lure him up the field and then go get the linebacker on the second level. Nice pass set by Bushrod. He clubs the defensive end and off he goes to the second level. Forte has made a lot of yards on that old-fashioned draw play that Aaron Cromer has brought here to Chicago.
Led this team in rushing every game this year, closing in on 1,000 again. On a little pitch to the edge, gets past Jarius Witt, and Forte taken out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And the Bears are answering the Cowboys' opening salvo.
Mike, I think this is a big concern for the Cowboys. If they play cover 2, I promise you Mark Trestman is going to run the ball against this soft box. And you'll see all kinds of different runs. They just fake the give to the fullback, flip it outside to Forte, and Dallas has to get to an 8-man front, and when they do that, they're vulnerable against these big receivers. Nice job by Martellus Bennett on the edge.
Here we go. 50 ace. Come over. 50.
26, a little confusion on the snap, and we get our first flag thrown. Terry McCauley is the referee. Somewhere under that covering.
Illegal snap, false start, offense on the center. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Mark Trestman, as you mentioned, John, the head coach, his offensive system so good. And for Josh McCown, who described it as a long journey, this journeyman quarterback, but he loves this offense. He gives him so many answers and is highlighting his ability late here in his career.
And as a 34-year-old veteran, you want answers. He said it's the first time he's come to the stadium and not been nervous on game day because he has answers to the problems.
So 1st and 15 after the flag. McCown firing, and it's caught by Marshall. Brandon Marshall trying to escape from a tackle. Sean Lee wrestles him down 2 yards shy of the first down.
And it all starts with pass protection again, Mike. Matt Forte peels across the formation. He picks up the linebacker blitz, gives McCown time to set his feet, and Brandon Marshall, opposite Alshon Jeffrey, gives the Chicago Bears a dynamite 1-2 combination.
Second drive of the game. Dallas scored on the opening drive. Chicago trying to respond in the red zone. Forte to the 10. At Forte to the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bears.
Either one of these defenses are very good statistically, and it shows early in this game. Just a zone stretch play right off your left side, and it's all the way to the safety. And Barry Church has had to make way too many of these open field one-on-one tackles this year. That's as good as you can block the play.
Church is the second leading tackler. Nice stat, but bad news. He's your free safety. That means they're saving tackles. See that wind whipping. It's swirling. 1st and goal for the 4. Forte, can he bounce it outside? Nick Hayden out of Wisconsin. Season-long starter, and that's rare to say on this injury-ravaged Dallas defensive front.
It's a credit to these players that are playing for the Cowboys up front. They have had so many injuries. You have to have a media guy to stay on top of who's come and gone this year for the Cowboy front 4.
That's not enough.
That's right.
You need "Hello, my name is" stickers.
But look at Jeffrey at the bottom of the screen. One-on-one with Scandrick. Don't be surprised if McCown gives him a chance to go get one.
Forte holding his elbow as he came over. The 2nd to go. Michael Bush, the big back, gets close to the 4-yard line. Just inside of it. It was kind of the elbow or the wrist area, perhaps, as they were getting the cape on. We saw Forte reaching up and in some discomfort. Talking to the athletic training staff. So Bush, who has not been very effective, the former Raider back, going to have to be relied on here for a moment. Here's what happened with Forte at the end of the play a moment ago.
Came in with a sore wrist.
Guess
see if he's aggravated that.
3rd and goal. Jeffrey working along at the top. McCown looking left, throwing end zone, touchdown, Earl Bennett. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, there's 2 rookies there. J.J. Wilcox, 27, 38. Jeff Heat. Matter of fact, there's 4 Cowboys in that vicinity in the end zone, and none of them were near Earl Bennett. Watch just a 2-man slot combination. It's impossible to be that wide open, and clearly the inexperience in this Cowboys secondary shows up. There's a lot of frustration on both of these defenses.
Robbie Gould out of the Adam Podlish hole. Able to add the extra point. Well, the Cowboys went 12 plays. Bears said we can do that too. 12 plays. Take half the quarter. Earl Bennett all tied 7-7. And that's about the temperature right now. Chicago Bears come back with an answer to the Dallas opening touchdown drive. Get this game even at 7. Jay Cutler's been very involved in the process here as he's been out with an injury. Loves Mark Trestman's offense. And now the Bears offensive brain trust gets back together after that McCown-led score down the field. Earl Bennett with the touchdown grab. Yeah, John, you think the temperatures in the single digits, the wind chill's below 0. It's December. It's the Bears and the Cowboys. And it might be a shootout. it just doesn't factor in, you know. But
well, when you look at the numbers of these two defenses, yes, it's going to be a shootout. They could play this in. They could play this in any kind of weather. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Dwayne Harris from a couple of yards. Oh. Big hit. Sherrick McManus. That hurt on a warm day. That stings on a freezing night. Second special teams tackle from McManus. Ouch, babe.
Kentucky.
Nothing like flying into O'Hare and seeing Chicago all lit up. 89s on a bunch of those buildings to honor Mike Ditka. Our colleague's number gets retired at halftime. We'll have the ceremony for you live. Second drive for the Cowboys from their own 16. And it's another big run from Murray. DeMarco Murray, 14 first down yards to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is too easy. That's great cutback running by Murray. Watch him bring it back to the right side. Mackenzie Bernardo makes an excellent block, and these young linebackers for the Bears are having a hard time finding the ball. Most improved aspect of the Cowboys offense has been the play of this offensive line, and these young linebackers are in trouble right now.
Green, the 4th-round pick out of Rutgers. Bostic, 57, is the 2nd-round pick. Long toss by Romo to Murray. And that one the Bears were able to go over and chase down, including the former Cowboy Jeremiah Rattler.
Take a look at these young linebackers in the first series. You see Leary on left guard, Bernardo at right guard. Do an excellent job washing these linebackers by the hole. And then it's Tyron Smith at left tackle. They just do an excellent job pushing the pile and mauling Chicago Bears on the second level. They've got to step up and address their run defense, and it's up to these young linebackers to elevate their play.
Final seconds, first quarter. And Romo checking it to Murray. The minimal gain as Zachary Bowman takes him to the sideline. We take it to the end of the quarter. Each team had one long drive. They scored a touchdown after one. Cowboys 7, Bears 7 on Monday Night Football. This year, only the guys who are left there in color. 5 players left off the starting defense. So when you say, what's happened to the Bears defense? That's a little bit of what Mel Tucker has had to deal with this year.
Well put. No doubt Mel Tucker has his hands full. Here they come with a blitz.
It is 3rd and 7 to start this second quarter for Romo and the Cowboys. Anderson, sack. Peppers there at the end, but James Anderson, one of the veteran linebackers, former Panther, gets there first.
You got to give Mel Tucker credit. If he can't get there with a 4-man rush, he'll dial up some blitzes, and he uses that double A gap blitzing creativity a lot. And here's Hester, who loves Monday Night Football.
Of those 19 returns, 4 touchdowns, 5 have come on Monday nights. The punter's the lefty Chris Jones. Tough to kick. Hester runs up on it. It's tough to catch as well with the breeze, so he lets it go. And it'll hop out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Chicago comes back out, and keep an eye on their sideline, John, and see that Matt Forte does return after re-aggravating that wrist injury earlier. Does so much for this team. You had him on the bus here this week, and I know as you prepare and watch him and you talk to him, it's just an ideal kind of running back to have for this Chicago team.
Well, he's had 4 different offensive coordinators. I think he's had 7 different quarterbacks. Now he's had 2 different head coaches. It doesn't matter what offense he plays in. He's had over 1,400 yards of all-purpose yardage every year. Number 2 all-purpose back in Chicago Bear history.
You see the brutal conditions. The official game time kickoff temperature 8, wind chill -9. It's down throw. It's Jeffrey with space. Alshon Jeffrey, another first down, throwing to the 46-yard line of the Bears.
You know, this receiver coach, Mike Groh, he told us Jeffrey gets the quick screens and Jeffrey gets the reverses. And a lot of times it's Brandon Marshall, number 15, who does the blocking. I give these Bear receivers a lot of credit for checking their ego at the door. They support one another. Nice work by both of the big receivers.
First down from the 46, and it's a throw to the middle, and there's Marshall, his turn now. And a first down into Dallas territory at the 34. That's a 20-yard gain.
Well, that's what Josh McCown likes about this offense. He changed the formation, he changed the play, and he goes to a sluggo seam. He moves the free safety, and down goes the seam to Marshall. Watch him look off the young safety, Heath, and he throws the ball in the dead area to Brandon Marshall. But you have to credit Josh McCown's football intelligence. He's well prepared, and that preparation shows.
There is the reverse to Jeffrey. Does this so often, and Dallas was prepared for it. You know it's coming. Jeffrey has run the ball 15 times now this year. He and Marshall have done the damage in the air. Forte, with his running early on, has gone over 1,000 yards, and Marshall has gone over 1,000 yards receiving. So you have 2,000-yard receivers and a 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears with still 3.5 games to go this season.
That's uncommon production, especially in Chicago.
Big loss on first down for Jeffrey. So it's Martellus Bennett, and Barry Church minimizes that gain. Mark Trestman, as you know, had the success in Canada with 2 Grey Cup championships with Montreal, a man who had bounced around many stops in the NFL and in college football as well, known for his terrific offensive acumen. And at age 57, this Minnesota native gets his first opportunity as an NFL head coach, and boy, it has ignited the Bears offense this year.
Vast amount of football intelligence, and knows how to apply it on a weekly basis. But again, I think it's this offensive line that has really allowed some of his game plans to dance. They've done an excellent job of blocking it.
Play calling's going to be interesting because field goals are going to be tough here tonight with the wind. McCown rolls it and throws it. Marshall, first down. Again, flag down in the secondary. It's going to be a hold on the Cowboys, so it'll take the ball down to the 22-yard line.
Well, Chicago hasn't had a left tackle.
Holding, defense number 39. Penalties decline. First down.
Brandon Carr guilty, but Chicago has not had a left tackle that can block DeMarcus Ware one-on-one like Jermon Bushrod did on that play. Let's take a look at it on your left side. It's DeMarcus Ware with no help at all, and Bushrod's done a nice job protecting the blind side of Josh McCown. Big conversion on 3rd and long.
23. Forte runs right and runs into Lee, and Sean Lee will stop him there right around the 20-yard line. So that New Orleans game, where this Dallas defense was just embarrassed, giving up 40 first downs, an NFL record. That was the game Lee got hurt. John, they just couldn't function very well in that game. He's missed the last 2, but so important to get him back on the field tonight.
Well, look at him. He's the quarterback of this defense. He makes all the communication happen. When he was gone, Barry Church played linebacker in the sub package and it weakened their safety position. So to have Lee back, it strengthens the linebacker core, and certainly it helps them at safety, keeping Barry Church back where he belongs.
At the 20, here's Ware from behind. McCown able to get away, get some space and take off. Oh, pick up a block from Marshall. What a block by Marshall. And it's a first down on the run for Josh McCown.
Vicious and legal, and an outstanding effort by Brandon Marshall. But DeMarco Ware almost gets to McCown. He has the presence to step up in the pocket, abort the play, and take off. Watch Marshall. What an excellent job coming to help your quarterback when he's in trouble.
Hey, John, you know what I've noticed around Marshall? We've been around him going back to his Denver days. He's into the small things now. Instead of 100 catch guys, becomes so much of a team player with Jeffrey. No jealousy about who's getting balls and blocking plays like that. Bears already have 10 first downs. Forte keeps the feet churning and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Make a good point. I want to go back to Marshall. He's got a young wide receiver coach now named Mike Groh. Came from college. He was skeptical about being coached by a young college guy, and I give Mike Groh a lot of credit. He's rejuvenated Marshall. He's made the little things, the details, very important. And I think Marshall realizes, you know what, I've caught almost 700 passes, but none in a playoff game. The only thing that really matters is getting to the playoffs and getting a championship, and you're right, he's really turned a corner.
Mike Groh's dad, Al Groh, terrific coach, college and the NFL level over the years, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Second and goal. End zone shot. Incomplete, intended for Jeffrey.
Should hit that. I don't know who covers Alshon Jeffrey. Hooking right over the ball. Let's take a look at Jeffrey, number 17. He just turns and hooks. Dallas dropped Jason Hatcher with a 3-man rush. Not on the same page.
You know, John, down on the field before the game, this is the toughest place for the wind. The wind is whipping down at this end. The goalposts are shaking, and even short throws were fluttering. So anything down here is really earned tonight. Third and goal. McCown going to take off. Can he get there? Yes! Touchdown, Chicago.
What a championship effort by Josh McCown. You talk about a backup quarterback all you want. That kid has come in here and given everything he has to the Chicago Bear football team while Jay Cutler is getting healthy. That time he sells out. He goes over the top for 6. Watch him. Nobody open. It's a 3-man rush. He jumps right through the Dallas Cowboys for the go-ahead score. What an effort.
Extra point, Robbie Gould. Long time ago, December 2004. Where were you? Josh McCown was an Arizona Cardinal. That's the last time he had a rushing touchdown. This one puts the Bears on top, 14-7.
Football is brought to you by Nissan. Innovation that excites. NFL Mobile. Never have the fear of missing out on football. NFL.com/mobile. Corona, who invites you to find your beach. And Autotrader.com. Compare new and used cars at Autotrader.com.
It's really hard in any city to find somebody who's as associated with that city that Mike Ditka with Chicago. The tough, the hard-nosed, the caricatures of Ditka. Player and coach Mike Ditka, both a champion tonight. His number 89 retired. We'll have the ceremony for you at halftime. Short kick is squished forward and picked up by Tyler Klutz, the fullback against his old Bears. Takes it to the 30-yard line. That's where Tony Romo will take over as they unpile here, and there's a lot of pushing with Eric Weems at the bottom of that block. A lot of Ditka fans here tonight, and they reacted to that last score that put the home team +7.
What?
Saw all the snow in Philadelphia, Baltimore yesterday. We had about 3 inches of snow yesterday and last night here in Chicago. Now it's the cold front behind it. Feels like -9 to the exposed skin. Third drive for Dallas. 1 touchdown, One short drive, and Romo over the middle. Des Bryant takes it to the 45-yard line. I beg your pardon, that's 89. Gavin Escobar, the rookie tight end, with his 6th catch of the year.
See that coming a mile away. Romo loves that power pass, and it really fools these Bear linebackers. Double team, pull the backside guard, and the linebacker steps up, and there's nobody there. You'll see the tight end enter from your right side of your screen. 57, Bostic, fooled by the fake. Great ball handling by Tony Romo. What a throw.
Been forever since Escobar caught one. One reception last 6 games. Sets up Murray. Down the sideline, he gets a big gain to the 32-yard line where he's marked out of bounds. Lisa Salters, what's the cold doing to the teams down there?
Yeah, Mike, I just wanted to give you an idea of how cold it is. I'm over here on the Bears sidelines, and the water bottles are getting so cold that the water at the top of them is freezing. So they are using the heaters down here to thaw out the water bottles just so that they're able to squirt the water out for the players, Mike.
Nice. There's a crowd of players. Everybody's not just on those hot benches, but in front of those heaters. Brandon Marshall saying, we're Central Florida. That's where Brandon went to school. Murray right escorted to the sideline, but another good gain. And the yards are coming in easy chunks both ways here tonight, John.
I can hear offensive coordinator Bill Callahan telling Romo, if they line up in a split safety defense, kill the play we have called, do a run. And they continue to let Murray stiff arm these young linebackers against this soft Chicago Bear box. The Bears are going to have to get into some single safety looks and challenge these Cowboy receivers. Nice work by the Cowboys with their running game plan tonight.
Dallas only had 10 on the field, so Miles Austin throws the cape off, comes over to the receiver spot on the left. It's another run with Murray. Why not? He just pushing 100 yards here before halftime. First down for the Cowboys over at the 20-yard line. And let's come back to Romo, John, and talk about the play calling. Bill Callahan came in as the offensive coordinator. Story in the offseason that Jason Garrett's had the play calling removed from him. But now the plays are going through Jason Garrett. Has anything changed?
I don't think so. Shouldn't the head coach have a right to hear the play called? I mean, there's such a charade going on with this play calling here in Dallas. Jason Garrett's called the plays. He knows the offense as well as anyone. Bill Callahan, it's a collaboration that includes Tony Romo. Everything else is just a charade.
We can call plays now. Give it to Murray. Bears can't stop him right now inside the 17-yard line. And just to go back, the last couple of weeks, the mechanical change was Callahan's making the play decisions, and he's relaying. There's Bill, former Raiders head coach, took them to the Super Bowl. He's relaying them down to Garrett, who's saying them into into Tony Romo's helmet via the headset.
And he should hear the play. He should know how to relate to his quarterback because he has a lot to do with Tony Romo's success. Big second down.
Second and 8. Murray running to the right with room. They get to the 10-yard line, shoved out of bounds there, so a yard shy of the first down. Be 3rd and 1 coming up for Romo.
Creative backside blocking. That time Jason Witten comes all the way across the formation to secure the backside, and Murray is going to wheel it all the way back. I like what Dallas is doing. Creative backside blocking, and Murray is on his way to another huge night.
And another huge night for a running back against the Bears. Pushing 100 here before halftime. Play clock is down at 6. I think Dallas going to have to stop it. Yep. Cowboy timeout. 5.5 in the half. Dallas trying to drive for a game-tying touchdown. As soon as Tony Romo called timeout, he didn't go to talk to anybody, coaches or other things. He went right to the heater. Said, get out of my way, Martez Wilson. You play defense. I need to get warm before 3rd and 1 here. And then he, after 20 seconds, headed back over to the coaches. He may be from Burlington, Wisconsin, and played his college ball at Eastern Illinois, but it is frigid no matter where you were born and raised. 3rd and 1, and they're going to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's Witten for the first down. And it's Witten to the goal line. And in for the touchdown for the Cowboys.
That's what the running game does for you. It creates a wicked sting with their play action passes, and that time the Bears blow a coverage. When you play man to man, that means my man is my man. I think Major Wright peeked into the backfield, and they continue to struggle. He and Conti on the back end in this Bears defense. Cowboys are a much improved red zone offensive football team. Great drive.
And touchdown number 7 on the year and 51 in the career of Jason Witten. Got a couple of 2-touchdown games this year against the Giants. Dan Bailey bangs through the extra point, so we've had 5 drives here tonight. 4 touchdowns, 2 apiece, all square at 14. So all even at 14 as Dallas continues the story of the night. Long drives ending up in touchdowns. Hester back deep to receive for the Bears. Good kickoff, a little bit helped by the wind. Hester from 4 yards deep, trying to find a seam as he's taken down at the 20. That first hit by Kyle Bosworth got it started. The tackle by Danny McCray. The most prestigious award in college football, the Heisman Trophy, presented by Nissan. Saturday night, ESPN 8 Eastern Time. The finalists announced today. 6 are New York bound. There you see them. The first Heisman Trophy won by the University of Chicago's Jay Berwanger. This is a shot of the trophy, the first one from this past weekend. Became the first player to be drafted in the inaugural NFL draft. Eagles selected him. They didn't think they could do the finances, so they traded his rights to the Bears. Unable to reach a salary agreement with George Halas. Martellus Bennett with a leap in the gain out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 7. So even going back to when the league got started in 1936, there were salary disputes and guys couldn't get on the right page financially. Jay Berwanger, who won the first Heisman, never played in the NFL.
Imagine that, a salary dispute.
See, it's back at the roots of the game. Of course, all the history of the Cowboys and the Bears prevalent tonight as Mike Ditka gets honored. Franchises that had great coaches in Halas and Landry, and all-time running backs like Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton on each side. It's iconic franchises. The run by Forte for about 1.5 yards, and we'll have 3rd and short coming up for the Bears.
3rd and short. This is the Achilles heel of the Chicago Bear offense in recent weeks. Inability to convert last week against the Vikings hurt them. And they were really struggling against the Rams in a goal line situation. As many yards as the Bears have made this year, it's these short yardage 3rd and 4th and 1 situations where they've struggled the most.
Yeah, they're 0 for their last 4 on 3rd or 4th and 1. This is 3rd and 2. We're going to throw for it with McCown to Marshall. Brandon Marshall down at the 41, and the chains move again.
Can't stop Chicago. That's 5 for 5 on 3rd down, Mike. And just a wide departure hook route. Scandrick is playing off coverage. Good protection, nice rhythm, and a good throw by Josh McCown. 5 for 5 on 3rd down, and Jay Cutler can't wait to get back and play in this offense.
He come back from that high ankle sprain. He did get some work in practice this week, and not cleared and ready to go. McCown's done such a nice job in his stead. From the 41, hit low as he throws towards Jeffrey, who made another sick catch. Jeffrey with the grab, and let's see if that flag is for the low tackle on the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 99, hit below the knees. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
To tack it on, it'll take the Bears into the red zone.
I think it's a good call. You're going to see Selvey at the bottom of your screen working against the rookie Jordan Mills. He's going to come in low. That's a good call by the official. But Alshon Jeffrey, his hang time, his wingspan, his catch radius, he has been a human highlight reel for the Chicago Bears. I'd like to get their practice video of some of the catches he made out there on the practice field the other day.
This dude's ridiculous.
He really is.
The touchdown against Minnesota, last week. He just takes the ball off of defensive backs' heads. I mean, the guy is extraordinary.
They're going to start doubling him, and Brandon Marshall's going to get some coverages he's never seen before.
Orlando Scandrick victimized a couple of times on this drive, and he'll set it up. It's Dante Rosario, the backup tight end, down to the 5-yard line. Rosario with a rare touch and a grab. First and goal, Bears.
That's great design by the Bear coaching staff. DeMarcus Ware can't wait to rush against the tight end. He can't wait to rush Rosario, who's coming across in motion. Rosario bluffed him and slipped into the flat as the screening back, and he has blockers out front. Well orchestrated perimeter screen play by Mark Trestman and his Bear coaching staff as we approach the 2-minute.
Yep. We do it with Rosario's first catch of the season. 2-minute warning in Chicago. Bears knocking on the door of a go-ahead score. Except for the game with the Bears in Green Bay, you talk about the new monsters of the Midway, these tall receivers.
I'm telling you, look at the production already. Marshall 6'4", 4 catches. Jeffries made 3 outstanding snatches at 6'3", and the 6'6" Martellus Bennett has been effective inside. And watch this in the red zone. If they give one of these big receivers single coverage, Scandrick, they just don't match up size-wise against them. And if they play loose, he's going to hand the ball to Forte.
First and goal for the Bears, and they do run Forte. This time a terrific read by Barry Church. Comes up to make the stop with 1:53 to go, but there is a flag down.
Holding. Offense. Number 63. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that flag on the center will push the Bears back to the 15.
Yeah, slow developing run. They get Garza. And that's a terrible penalty on first and goal inside the 5. But I guess when you're 5 for 5 on third down, you can call anything you want, Mike.
The Bears are and McCown's numbers here tonight. Excellent on first down, 4 pass completions and the run. And this single-digit night with the wind chill below 0. So first and goal for the 15, and McCown tries to set up the screen, but it was red. Jason Hatcher was all over it. It was Nevis with the pressure, but Hatcher occupying Forte forced him to abort that play.
Went to the well on the screen pass maybe one too many times. That time a play action pass. They try to sift Forte across the formation, and Drake Nevis had nothing to do with it. No back set. Keep an eye on McCown as a scrambler here.
Second and goal, shot for the middle. Martellus Bennett goes up, and the tight end couldn't bring it down as Jeff Heath, the rookie out of Saginaw Valley State, was there in coverage.
Good idea by McCown. It's a maximum zone by the Cowboys secondary. He puts it up high, and Bennett goes up with his right hand to try to make a one-handed catch. Might be a little too cold to make that play today, Mike.
And we have seen Bennett work the back of the end zone often this year. Very effective, part of his 5-touchdown season. So the Bears are looking great. First and goal at the 5, but that penalty pushed them back, and now it's third and goal. Stepping up McCown. Forte's going to have to make it on his own. Not going to get there. And Brandon Carr takes him out. Preserves some time for Romo and the Cowboys offense, as we'll see Robbie Gould come on for a field goal attempt.
Penalties in the red zone will haunt you. And here is Robbie Gould, the subject of a lot of conversation here this week after missing a 47-yarder in overtime last week against the Vikings.
It was a second down attempt. Gould had been so good from 50 yards or beyond, or from 40 to 49, hadn't missed 6 of 6. The footing is difficult. The wind whipping from 27, able to get it down. Good job on the hold there too by Podlish, and you can see the wind affect the kick. And the Bears get the field goal. They lead by 3.
Dark forces have enslaved our people.
Tony Romo's career arc is so interesting, and by month, the first half of the season, he's got the Cowboys in it for a good part. A few games over 500 over his career. And then November, and they thrive. They get ready for that Thanksgiving home game. Feels like they always win it. 24-5, but the final quarter of the season, that final month, the regular season record of 12-16, and especially the last couple of years, facing those win-or-go-home games in Week 17, that last game of the year, and the Cowboys have lost them in Romo, especially the Washington game last year, the big mistakes and the interceptions, and it is the conversation leading up again this year. Dallas a half game out. Here's December. Can Romo play well enough to get them in the playoffs? You're going to have to overcome a shaky defense. Wayne Harris from the 4. This is a terrific kick returner. Harris coming back from the hamstring injury. He's left shy of the 30-yard line over at the 29.
Well, I know Romo can do it, Mike. Question is, can everybody else elevate their game? Look at Romo tonight. Nice reset on 3rd down to Cole Beasley. Then he throws a pinpoint pass to Bryant for a touchdown out of play action. He hits Escobar, his rookie tight end. Then it's a goal line slide across the formation to Jason Witten. The quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys can play. Can his defense and supporting cast play at a high level? This is a team game.
Went from undrafted, the 3-year apprenticeship, 7th year as a starter. It's an unbelievable story of undrafted to $100 million quarterback for the Cowboys, as Bryant with the catch across the 35 right near the first down mark. And as Bryant slow to get up here, as we have 1:15, and he doesn't get up. He's down, and the Bears training staff comes over to him just to keep him there for a moment. It's the professional courtesy. So the Cowboys staff comes over to look at the star receiver here, Dez Bryant. Quarterback Tony Romo over there, look at him as well. Injury timeout here in Chicago. Toyota halftime is coming. At soundtracks, we'll let you listen into some of the snow game and the win for both Harbaugh brothers. And we'll be back here live in Chicago for the Mike Ditka retirement of his numbers ceremony. It's all coming up Toyota halftime. Cowboy fans, good news. Dez Bryant not only got up, he's back on the field. He just fell on the ball, had the wind knocked out of him. And because it's an injury with a running clock in the last 2 minutes, Dallas was forced to take a timeout. So they lose the timeout, and because of that, it allows Bryant to come back in the game without missing a play. 1 timeout, Bryant back on the field, 1st and 10. It's the 4-man rush. It's time for Romo, and Witten caught a touchdown earlier. Couldn't hold on to that one.
That's a Y option. They throw repeatedly out of that trip formation. That time the ball got in on Witten, didn't handle it. But this Chicago Bear defense, they have got to rush the passer. Take a look at Witten right out of the break. Find the ball. He just dropped that one, Mike. But it's time for Peppers now. Shea McClellan, Ratliff, Wooten, they've got to deliver a pass rush and get after Tony Romo. Peppers is inside going after right guard Mackenzie Bernardo.
You see the Bears linebackers communicating their change of the defense at the last minute. And Romo's pass is too hot for Murray and incomplete. And Tim Jennings thought he had one going the other way.
And Romo didn't like what DeMarco Murray did there. They're not on the same page in terms of what outlet is Murray supposed to run. Watch him outlet here on your left side. Romo gets to him. There's no pass rush, and he did not like the way Murray drifted. You've got to sit down and be stationary. You can't be drifting up the field. Bad route by DeMarco Murray.
Third and 10. Chess game is done. Romo the toss, sideline. And Terrence Williams couldn't bring it in. Zachary Bowman with the coverage. So after 1 first down, the Cowboys will punt to Hester inside of a minute.
Well, a lot of confusion in the Bear defense that time, but Bowman does an excellent job against rookie Terrence Williams in coverage. Let's see if Hester can deliver some field position. He's cheated up slightly, knowing that this punt won't travel too far.
Yeah, with the wind, you're right, John. And the lefty Jones gets rid of it. Hester's got it at the 22. Got a block from Stelz. Hester through the traffic to the 40, able to hold on. Despite the hit from Cameron Lawrence, Bears have a chance to add some points with 47 seconds to go. All right, so here's the deal in the divisions. Tonight's winner is tied for first. The loser falls a game back. The Eagles and Cowboys play again at the end of the year. Significantly for the Bears, John, as you look at the division records of the teams involved, the Bears have been swept by the Lions. So if they lose tonight, they're essentially 2 back with 3 to go.
Great opportunity for Chicago to get something with 3 timeouts left.
Cowboys, if you remember, beat Philadelphia in their first matchup. That second one, week 17 in Dallas. McCown with a throw. Incomplete with Jeffrey and Earl Bennett down there. And Barry Church coming over from his free safety spot. 41 seconds and 3 timeouts.
You know, this offensive coordinator, Mike, Aaron Cromer, comes from the New Orleans Saints. And there are elements of this Bear offense that are very similar to what you see Drew Brees and the Saints run. They like to keep tight ends and receivers in position to help these tackles protect the passer. Keep an eye on Bennett as he nudges the defensive end before he releases.
Second and 10. Underneath it'll be Forte, who will get 9 yards. It's 3rd and 1. Bears have timeouts to burn. And they should have taken one. They wasted a couple of key seconds there as the timeouts finally called at 31. After Dallas picked up only 1 first down. But Chicago now faces 3rd and 1. Again, the down and distance they've struggled over their last 4 on 3rd or 4th and 1. And this one's going to be a throw and a conversion with Jeffrey to the 44-yard line, and the Bears burn a second timeout. 1 remaining. 25 seconds left in the half. Back in a half minute. College at Sam Houston State, grew up in Texas. First helmet he got as a kid was a Cowboy helmet. Talked about watching the Cowboys after coming home from church, especially when they played that noon game, Central Time. Now he's playing against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football.
Look out at the bottom of your screen, Mike.
25 seconds left. McCown middle shot. Brandon Marshall stops on a dime. The pirouette takes him to the 25. Will they use it? Yes. Final timeout taken. 17 seconds left. McCown thought they were going to get up and kill the clock. But the 19-yard gain, Trestman said, let me take this last timeout and take my chances from here.
Well, we said it in the pregame. I don't know how Dallas can play a lot of man-to-man against these 3 receivers. That time it was dealer's choice for Josh McCown. He had Jeffries one-on-one at the bottom of the screen. He had Marshall one-on-one with Brandon Carr. Dallas does not match up, nor does many teams I've seen this year, with Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, and Martellus Bennett. If you want to play man-to-man, your pass rush better get there.
Saw the discomfort from Marshall during that timeout, but he's able to stay in and try to add to these stats. Now, no timeouts here. The Bears have brought in Evan Britton, who is an extra offensive lineman. He's reported eligible, but they'll max protect and send 3 receivers out, plus Forte perhaps. 17 seconds left without a timeout. McCown steps up, end zone shot for Jeffrey. Go get it. He got it. Touchdown. What a play.
That's an impossible catch, let alone getting 2 feet in at 6'3". McCown puts it up. Let's see if he gets both feet in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. To the ground. That ball ain't coming out of those mitts. What a play by Jeffrey again.
Undersized young Dallas Cowboys. Webb number 20, Heath number 38. The monsters of the Midway. Alshon Jeffrey. What a catch.
6'3", 215, with a great numbers at South Carolina. Extra point added by Gold. What a second NFL season for Alshon Jeffrey. Wow. Marshall took him under his wing as Marshall has gotten his career and life more in order. He's been a mentor. It's been terrific. Somebody's got to get on it for Dallas. It's the tight end Escobar with 10 seconds left.
Watch this. It's an all-go switch. Marshall goes inside. Jeffrey goes outside. B.W. Webb, the rookie from William and Mary, that gives Alshon